This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this football season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. It's officially that time of year. You might lose hope in your team, but don't worry. That's why we have Prize Picks to keep you going. Week 6 of football was something. Tampa, Indy, they're legit. I wasn't wrong when I said I was feeling good about Baker Mayfield, shake and bake, and that Tampa squad. I'm all in on Baker. Touchdowns. More. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get those picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Want to pick more on Baker touchdowns, pass yards, rush? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Pick app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. On Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nightcap as you watch the Alabama Crimson Tide, the number 8 Alabama Crimson Tide, take down the number 11 Tennessee Volunteers by the score of 37-20. Again, thank you for joining us. Y'all know who I am. I'm your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. My partner and co-host, he's Liberty City's own Bengals Ring of Fame honoree, probably still celebrating that victory on Thursday night. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And back with us down in the MIA, he's very excited that his team got a shootout victory on the road in Fayetteville, Arkansas by the score of 45-42. He's one Heisman Trophy winner. Y'all know him, the house that Johnny built. Here he is, Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. Johnny, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, Unc. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, man. Thank you for being here with us. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button and do us a favor. Go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We would like to thank each and every one of you that's given us your eyes, your ears, and your word of mouth for joining us every time Ocho and I come on. And when we have a guest like Johnny that fills in for college football season, we really, really appreciate your support and your continued support, because none of this is possible without you. Make sure you check out my cognac, Shea by Laportier. Now, it is the best tasting premium VSOP cognac on the market. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Compare it. And if you don't agree, man, I want to know the cognac that you tried to beat mine as far as taste, smoothness, and those that rich, those notes that you taste. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Make sure you check out my media company on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84 with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. As I mentioned before, Johnny is joining us tonight. Go subscribe to his podcast. It's on your YouTube channel, Glory Days with Johnny Manziel. As we mentioned before, the number 6 Alabama Crimson Tide took down the number 11 Tennessee Volunteers 37-20. Ty Simpson was sensational again tonight, Johnny. 19 of 29, 253, 2 touchdowns. But the game was broken open right before the half. Looked like Tennessee was going in to get a score, and he's late and inside on a flat route, what we call flow pass. It's to the flat, and then you have a 7 route, and you know if you late and inside on that, I hope you got somebody fast that can run somebody down, because it's going to be a house. It's going to be a curtain call. And that's what happened, and Alabama really never looked back. Tennessee ran the ball really well. Bishop was sensational, 14 carries, $123, 2 touchdowns. But they got stopped on 4th down, and for all intents and purposes, the game was over. Johnny, watching this game, Alabama came out on fire. They got the touchdown, went right down the field, and then all of a sudden they struggled for a few drives. Tennessee comes back and ties it up. They get a field goal and then get another touchdown, and then that pick right before the half. I really think that took a lot of momentum and win out of the sail of the Volunteers.
100%. Anytime you have Alabama has an opposing quarterback that they make throw it 44 times in a game, that's not going to be a recipe for success. I think you look at the game, everything was okay. Tennessee's going in to score. The whole game's going to change. Then you throw it late and inside, like we said, and it's deuces. So, I mean, that's a play you can't come back from. You can have a great second half and try and go get some cleanup points late or whatever you're trying to do. But for the most part, Bama has a really good football team. So at the end of the day, if you're not going to come out and play flawless football, no turnovers, win the turnover battle, run it down their throat, be aggressive. Look, right now, in my opinion, I wrote this down when I walked in. I got 3 guys right now who were playing really good ball at the quarterback position. As far as taking over a Heisman race, looking really good, having their moments. Ty Simpson, for sure. You have to throw him in there. I think he's playing as good as anybody in the country. I think Diego Pavia and what he's doing and what Vandy did today, they just kept coming at LSU all day today. And then A&M is undefeated for the first time since 1994. Marcel Reed, more touchdowns tonight, leading that team. You go on the road, you win a shootout. Those guys have big moments coming up throughout the rest of the season to really solidify what they want to do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the thing is, when playing in the SEC, when you look at it and you look at the schedule that's remaining, whoever if you can run the table, that definitely helps. But if whoever lose the fewest games, I thought Gunnar Stockton played really well. I like the kid up at Ohio State; he's playing really well. But it's going to come down, and when you look at it, we're not even really, Johnny, if you really think about it, Ocho, we're not even really talking about the Heisman race. Normally at this point in time, somebody would have stepped out there and be like, okay, yeah. But we just got a bunch of guys just clumped together, and we're waiting for someone to take the lead and move to the front. Ocho, watching this game, Alabama 37, Tennessee 20. This doesn't look like the Alabama that I'm used to seeing, because the Alabama I'm used to seeing can stop the run. They can put pressure on the quarterback with 4. They can't do either now.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. They don't look like the Alabama of old. For one, when you look at the Tennessee and the Alabama playing, most of the time Alabama used to dominance, not dominance in spurts, but dominance in all 4 quarters of a game. Obviously, Tennessee had a chance to keep the game close, throwing an interception before half. Obviously, that sets things apart, and it makes it that much more difficult when you turn the ball over against a good Alabama team. Not very, very good, what we're used to seeing, but a good Alabama team. Then they run away with the game when you turn the ball over and don't take advantage of the opportunity that you do have to score. Outside of that, you expect Alabama to win a game like this when they're playing a team like Tennessee that had success in the running game, but weren't able to dominate in other areas to really give themselves a chance to actually compete, especially in the second half.
When you think Alabama normally do 3 things really well. They run the football, they stop the run.
Yeah.
And they can get after your quarterback with 4. If you go back and look at all those defensive guys they normally have really good on the back end. They got corners and safety that's going in the first round. And they have D linemen that can flat out get after you. They don't really have that now. We don't see. Look, they got some sacks early. 42. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'm sorry about that. And he got a safety. But other than that, Johnny, when you go back and look at Alabama, the guy was just patting the ball. And normally, in order to beat Alabama, if you go back and look at Alabama since Coach Saban got there and to now, it's normally a mobile quarterback. It's the Johnny Manziels. It's the Cam Newtons. It's guys that can move around that normally beat him. Just dropping back and throwing the ball, it's really not happen that often. Cordell Jones had success in the college football playoff that one year, and I think Trevor Knight threw the ball well. They went to the Sugar Bowl. They thought they was going to the national championship. Coach Saban said they weren't mentally prepared. But normally it's mobile quarterbacks that gives him fits. I'm looking at this Alabama. Yes, it's a big time win, and anytime you could beat a division team, a conference opponent that's ranked very high, you feel good. But this doesn't look like, Johnny and Ocho, the Alabama that we're used to seeing.
I don't know if it needs to, though. I don't know if we're going to see the same Saban-led. We're not going to see the old Alabama of what we're used to. This is a very new era, new coaching style Alabama. But right now they have a quarterback that's playing off the charts. They have a run game that's able to move the ball. They have a defense that's doing enough. You know, they're solid all the way through. They're bending but not breaking. They're doing what they need to do. So you look at their schedule, they have 1 slip up so far and a really hard schedule left, but they're handling what they need to do and handling business. And the SEC is what it is. we know that at the end of the day, it's going to be a 2 losses in the SEC gets you in. Ole Miss takes an L today to kind of knock them off a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think their quarterback played really well for 3.5, almost 4 full quarters. They have a really good squad. Georgia has a really good squad. Bama has a really good squad. A&M is a good team. I don't think Tennessee's a bad team. So I think you look at the SEC and you look at top to bottom, I would say really impressive lineup. I think we're going to get 6, 7 teams in this college football playoff again.
Yeah.
You know what else I think? I just want to add, when we look at the landscape of college football now, most of the times there was always a definite quarterback. We also talked about earlier in the show the Heisman race. Obviously they had Arch Manning, who they claim to have already appointed as a Heisman winner, and we see how that's going to date. And the race is so close because no one else has stepped up to the forefront. No one else has stepped. Yeah, you have players that are playing good, Johnny. I'm talking about playing great. Like when you were playing, you got to tune in to watch every time. When Cam was playing, your Tim Tebow's, we haven't had anyone like that that's exciting. When you look at an Alabama team, look at an Alabama team that had all these different strengths. So when you're missing those strengths, most of the time, what's going to make up for the lack of what you have at other areas, you make up for at your quarterback position. Now he's playing okay. He's playing okay, but he's not, that elite talent that you look for that makes Alabama who they once were when they lack in other areas.
Well, we're going to have to, in order
I
for
think
you
he
to
can fit it into
Heisman
any
Trophy
window.
winner,
I think he can make any throw. I think right now.
he got nice arm.
I think, to be honest, I was thinking this in the car on the way here when I was watching the game, that he's the best quarterback we've seen in Alabama since Tua and Jalen. I like the way he's playing better than Mac Jones did. Yes, Mac Jones.
You like him better than Bryce?
No. No, you're right. You're right. But right now, for what they need and what he's doing, I watched it in person versus Vandy. Every time they needed a play, this guy's putting the ball on the money and where they need to be.
Yeah.
So,
he definitely might have a stronger arm than Bryce. I think the thing is that when we go back to thinking Heisman Trophy winners, we always think of that signature moment. Johnny, we remember that moment with you against Alabama. Joe Burrow, when you go back and look at it, what was it? It was Tennessee. It was Texas. He went crazy, and they said, man, that's just. And then he goes down to Tuscaloosa, and he does that, and they said, okay, he the real deal. You look at Cam. It was a Saturday night against South Carolina. He goes berserk, and then it was a no-brainer. They're down, 24-0, 21-0 against Alabama in Alabama. And Iron Bowl. And he brings them all the way back. It was a no-brainer. It was a no-doubter from that point on. So we're just looking for one of these guys in a big spot, national televised game, to go haywire. Now, Gunnar Stockton played really well today. It seemed like, especially in the first half, every time Ole Miss touched the ball, they scored a touchdown.
Yep.
And then in the fourth quarter, Gunnar Stockton was matching them, and then all of a sudden, Georgia defense came up with a couple of stops. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and talk. Let's get to that game instead of just, talking around it. Let's get to what are we gonna go to? What game are we going to next?
Ole Miss, Georgia.
Who? Okay. That seems to be the game, everybody. I'm scared.
Ocho, what was your favorite game of the day today?
When I was able to attend and actually sit in the student section all game.
Oh, yeah, the Kentucky, Texas.
Man, listen, hey, Johnny, man, they tried to put me in the suite, and I'm sitting in the suite, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do it. It's too quiet. So I asked the AD, do you mind if I sit down in the student section? I sat down in the student section all the way to the fourth quarter. Well, I had a good time.
Georgia Bulldogs, the number 9 Georgia Bulldogs at home, scored 43 points in a shootout and beat the number 5 Ole Miss Rebels 43-35. Gunnar Stockton was 26 of 31, 289, 4 touchdowns and another touchdown on the ground. Georgia ran the ball 49 times, 221 yards. Trinidad Chambliss wasn't bad in the first half. When they needed him to step up big, he didn't come up big. 19 of 36, 263, 1 touchdown, 24 rush attempts, 88 yards. They had another 4 touchdowns on the ground. But with Georgia, big fourth quarter, scored 17 points. Ole Miss didn't score anything because they had a 9-point lead going into the fourth. And then the next thing you know, Georgia scores 17 in the fourth to take the ball game over. Watch it. I don't know how much of this game you were able to see, Johnny, but it seemed like, okay, whomever gets the ball last, that's who's going to win this ball game. And then all of a sudden, Ole Miss couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything.
No. Look, you look at their rushing. They rushed it 24 times for 88 yards. You got to have some kind of ground game. And Georgia is very good up front. They're very stout. They're very solid. I think you look at the first half of the game, their quarterback led them through that whole first half for them to be able to have a first half lead. Every third down under route was perfect in front. He's putting a lot of zip on the ball. He's a really good player. And I think Lane Kiffin has a really good squad. Look, when you look back at this game, yeah, Georgia wins by 8, but I feel like the game was a lot closer than what the score kind of says. I think this is an Ole Miss team that can be competitive versus anybody. I think this is a Georgia team. If Gunnar Stockton's going to throw 4 touchdowns for 275-plus yards, they're going to be able to play with anybody as well. So, once again, another great SEC game. Ole Miss falls a little short, but this is one of those games you look at their schedule and you're like, you know what? We can drop one. We have that luxury because of the way we played for the 6 weeks prior.
Georgia dominated time of possession almost 38 minutes to 22 minutes. Both teams was really good on third down. One was 5 of 9, the other was 6 of 11. Georgia had 510 total yards. Ole Miss had 350.
No turnovers and only 1 sack in the whole game.
Yeah, and no, really 4 penalties for Ole Miss for 40 yards, 3 penalties of 37 yards for Georgia. So it was really a clean game. It wasn't laundry on the field all over the place. There weren't a whole lot of turnovers, but for the first 3 quarters, neither defense could dig their heels in and get a stop. And then when Georgia really needed to bow their backs, Ocho, they did that, and Ole Miss really didn't have an answer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When it matters most, who's going to make the play when it actually matters most? If the turnovers aren't going to make the difference in the game, it can be the team that makes the fewest mistakes when it comes to executing the offense or the defense when you got to have it.
Yep.
And Georgia was able to do that and pull it out. I mean, Ole Miss played extremely well today. They played extremely well. Hell, Georgia played well. It was a back and forth game, and I'm thinking to myself, well, in order for either of these teams to win, it's going to come down to 2 things. Somebody will have to execute in the time where it matters most, or turnovers are going to be the decider of the game. And that's exactly how it went.
Yeah, you look at I think the thing is that when I look at an offensive defense, it doesn't matter how good or whatever your stats say you are. We average 500 yards of offense, or we have the number 1 scoring defense. We're number 1 on third downs. Okay, I measure offense and defense. Can you be good when you have to be good? What good is What good is that you're number 1 on third down if you can't get off the field when you absolutely have to in a game like this?
No doubt.
What good is scoring 35, 40 points a game, and all of a sudden you need to score, your offense needs to score, and you can't get it to make it 24. So don't give me all this number. I throw all that stuff out the window. Can you get done what you need to get done when you absolutely have to have it? Prime example, Ocho, the other night, when you guys needed to make a play. All that, Joe Flacco throwing for this many yards, and Chase got this many yards. Okay, now you need to go down and get in field goal range. Can you do it now? Now it matters.
Yeah.
All the other stuff was great. Now it matters. In Georgia, this is the second time they've done this. Remember Auburn? We talked about them against Auburn, Johnny and Ocho, is that Auburn was dominating the ball game. The difference is Auburn's going in to score. Georgia punches it out, goes 99 yards, gets a field goal right before intermission. And then they come out and take the game over if they don't look back. Georgia, they're down 9, start the fourth quarter. And now they score 17 straight and they don't look back. Am I surprised at how teams are moving the ball against Georgia? Because the one thing we know about Georgia, Kirby keep defensive guys. Yeah. Normally linebackers and D-line. I was surprised at the ease in which Ole Miss was moving the ball, at least through the first 3 quarters.
I think they have a good offense. I think Lane is really prepared for the defenses in the scheme. Look, these guys have gone against each other for years.
Hmm.
Kirby's going to run his defense. He's going to coach his way. Lane's going to coach his way, and that's the way it's going to be. These are guys who are very familiar with each other. They're definitely trolling each other throughout the game, throughout the week. Like they have a good
Yeah.
relationship, but it's competitive at the end of the day. So, look, you see it so much. They've gone up against each other so much that you're going to have so much familiarity with everything that this is real high level college football on the scheme side, both offensively and defensively for both squads. So I'm surprised that it was as high scoring as it was, but both of these teams can go.
Anything else you want to add to that, Ocho?
No, no, no. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take Johnny. We're gonna get to your squad now.
Let's go.
Texas A&M goes on the road, scores 45, and they needed all 45 because
Every bit of it.
those Razorbacks gave them everything they wanted down in Fayetteville, and they win a squeaker, 45-42. Johnny's guy Marcel Reed was 23 of 32, 280, 3 touchdowns. He also had another touchdown on the ground, so he had 4 total touchdowns. Arkansas passing, Green was 19 of 32, 256, 3 touchdowns. They ran the ball 32 times for 268. 500, you guys had it right about 500 yards. Arkansas actually outgained you guys, but you guys found a way to get a victory. What do you like about what you're seeing from your team, Johnny? I mean, cause look, sometimes you might need the defense to make a stand, and then sometimes offensively, you need to score 40-plus points. And it was clearly one of those games. Your offense really needed to be flawless tonight and get 40, get 45. Clean game, no turnovers, no INTs, no fumbles, a clean game, and you guys needed it and to get a win against the unranked Arkansas on the road.
I thought this game was going to be a game when I looked at the forecast earlier in the week. It was wet. It was going to rain. I thought it was going to be low scoring. We were going to rely on our defense. No, 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 no. They scored 87 points in this game, and they need every single one of them. The thing that you have to like the most is, look, week after week, we're relying on different areas of the football team to win the game.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago, we needed every bit of the defense to come in and hold some ground against Florida, against Auburn. Those are good wins for us. And then you go into an Arkansas game. Look, for the last 13, 14 years, this game between Arkansas normally happens in Dallas, and it's been wacky every single year. We found a way to pull it out. I saw a clip of Kenny Hill throwing a cover 2 hole shot to Reynolds, and they score late in the game to tie it up, and we go on to win that. I'm on the sideline. This is 10 years ago now. And the whole series with Arkansas has been this way. They've played us tough. I think from 2013 on, even my second year there, they played us really, really tough. This is just one of those matchups where you're going to get a grinded out style of game. The thing I like the most, no turnovers, no sacks. Marcel Reed's not on the ground. He's running just enough at 35 or 40 yards or whatever he had in a touchdown to be super, super effective with his legs, picking up a first down here when he needs to go and get it. And he's throwing the ball really well. Look, 280 yards and 3 touchdowns. Put some respect on his name, for real. I mean, this guy's leading a very good ball club with a defense that looked a little banged up at times tonight and had some guys down and coming in and coming out. But at the end of the day, look, Elko has these guys rolling. He's got them juiced. We still have a hard schedule. We still got a game against Missouri. We still got LSU. We still got Texas. But for now, if they continue this week-by-week approach, how can you not love the Aggies? I mean, we're ranked 4 in the country.
We're gonna get to LSU in just a second. Are you sure that's gonna be tough? But you look at A&M, Johnny. You guys had 29 first down. You were 5 for 11 on third down, but you were a perfect 3 for 3 on third downs. 497 total yards. Possessed the football a little less than 34 minutes, as you said. No turnovers. The ball wasn't on the ground. Neither was your quarterback. Arkansas.
We're missing our running back too. We're missing
Le'Veon
Moss. We're missing Le'Veon Moss. That's a huge piece for us. So to have Owens come in, add in 69. Reed has 55. EJ Smith has 52. Like for us, those guys are averaging 5 yards a carry, 9.2 yards a carry, and 7.4 yards a carry. And Concepcion gets 1 carry for 16 yards, averaging 16 a carry. Colin Klein has some stuff up his sleeve right now, and I think he's dialing up really good game plans every week.
You guys are probably climbed the number 2 Miami, the Canes. They lost Beck had a horrible game, threw 4 interceptions last night. The question I have for you, Johnny, is this the Aggies' year?
We're in the best position we've been in decades. We're in the best position we could possibly be in. Our schedule is favorable. Our team is playing well. Our coach is embodying everything that Texas A&M is about. Once again, and every Aggie will tell you, read any comment on any of our posts or anything Texas A&M, everybody is like, just keep playing ball. It's just we don't need to be crowned national champions right now in October. Right. We need to get into the college football playoff playing good football and hopefully get a favorable matchup. That's all the Aggies can hope for. So is this our year? Yes, this is our year in the sense that we need to get into the playoff. We have a schedule that the outlook of it looks like worst case scenario, we drop a couple. But at the end of the day, the way they're playing, I would put us on the field against anybody right now and say we have a good shot to be victorious at the end of the day.
And you want to get hot too, Unc. You want that time. You want that timing. And when you get into a groove offensively and defensively, you want to hit it at the right time. You don't want to peak too soon. You don't want to peak too soon. Peak right before, maybe a week or two before the college playoffs, and then you get going. That's when it's
all about who's playing the best ball at the end of December, middle of December.
Yep. You don't want to peak too soon. Look, I try to watch a different team. Obviously, the games that we're going to talk about. But right now, if you force me, I think Ohio State is the best team in football. Now, I don't know if they play top-notch competition, but the way their defense can dominate and those playmakers they got on the outside and they can run the football, and that quarterback, I don't know where they got him from, but he's playing his ass off. So on a neutral, because is it still the same where the first game is at the home is a home game, and the college football playoff guy, Johnny, is it the same?
I'm pretty sure that you still get a home game for the top seeded teams. You get a home game.
So it's going to be tough. Good luck going into the horseshoe and beating Ohio. Yeah, because they got playmakers.
This ain't going to be no cakewalk for them. They ain't going to walk through this playoff. They're not just going to walk down everybody and hawk them down and walk through this and be like, "What's up? We're champions again." That ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Well, we going to look. The game that they want, obviously they want to be national champions, but they want some revenge on Michigan. Michigan been kicking their ass for the last 2 or 3 years, and it didn't make a difference. Coach Jim Harbaugh, he leaves, and now the other guy comes in, and he's still kicking their ass, and he beat them last year in Ohio State. So that's how he got the contract. He got that contract. Hey, man, you beat Ohio State? Yeah, let me go and get that. But the game, the guy that you're mentoring, the Vanderbilt Commodores, the number 17 Vanderbilt Commodores, 31, the number 10 LSU Tigers, 24, Pavia, 14-22, 160, 1 touchdowns, no interceptions, quarterback, the ball, nor the quarterback was on the ground. He had another 17 carries for 86 yards and another 2 touchdowns. So he had 3 total touchdowns. They ran the ball 45 times for 239 yards.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly now, he known to jump ship. Penn State job opening because he Cincinnati to Notre Dame to LSU.
It's a lot easier route up there in that conference, that's for sure. And he's going to have a lot less of a hot seat up there. It'll be nice and comfy, cushy, new contract. Look, Vandy can play. They went in there at home. Nussmeier played well. He scrambled out of a lot of plays. They had a lot of explosive plays in this game, LSU did. And Vandy answered back every single time. Pavia needed to scramble for a touchdown late in the 4th or whatever it was. Really good drive by them. I think Vandy just answered the call. This is not the Vandy of old. They are playing with a lot of swagger. They played 2.5 really good quarters versus Bama and then kind of let it down and didn't play the way they needed to. But at the end of the day, Vandy's a good football team. Diego Pavia is an experienced veteran of a quarterback, a guy who spent a lot of time there. He plays with a lot of swagger, a lot of heart, and the guys on the team love him. You look at the sideline when he comes off, when they score a touchdown, that's great team camaraderie. He's a great kid. He's a great friend of mine, and I'm happy for him. If you look at the LSU side of things, we're back to banging our head against the wall because this is a tough one to swallow. You could see it on the sideline. Nussmeier was hurt after this one. And, for me, I've had a lot of people reach out to me about, why are you supporting Diego Pavia so hard when you got a guy in Marcel Reed that at A&M is doing amazing things? You want me to tell you why? Because I fuck with every quarterback that's going out and living their dream and playing on Saturdays. Every single one of them. Carson Beck, you're on my shit list a little bit right now after what you did this week, but I still love you. I'm still going to see you in the club to live on Sunday, I'm sure. Nevertheless, I want to be a guy who comes in and helps hype up these dudes, give them good advice, learn from my downfalls, from my pitfalls. So whether it's Marcel, whether it's Diego, whether it's Ty Simpson, whoever it is, I'm reaching out to all these guys. I'm sending a lot of love and a lot of advice in whatever capacity they want it from me. And any quarterback that's out there in college football, living their dream, walking into a Saturday and putting the university on their back to go try and win a game, is nothing but love for me.
Vanderbilt is 6-1 for the first time in 75 years. And so in 7 decades, 7.5 decades, they're 6-1. Pavia has a passing and a rushing touchdown in 25 straight games. That is the second longest streak since behind FSU, Tommy Castellanos, 27 games.
Wow.
Look, this is not the Vanderbilt that I grew up on, Ocho, you grew up on, where they was everybody's homecoming. They had their coming out party last year when they did what they did to Bama, and everybody thought that was a fluke. That was a one-time thing. They backed it up this year. They played Alabama tough, as Johnny mentioned. Now they get a win over number 10 team in the country. So now they start to believe because they got this quarterback. When you got the quarterback, you got a chance. I don't give a damn what conference you play in, and I don't care who you play. If you got a guy that's going to touch the ball in college somewhere between 65 and 80 times a game, if he's legit, you got a chance.
No doubt.
And that's exactly what they got. That's why Vanderbilt looks the way they look now. This is why they're 6-1 after never having a record like this at 75 years. You know how goddamn long
I
that
do.
is? not being able to be good, and obviously coaching, but also having the players on both sides of the ball, including special teams as well, that gets left out. But when you have a quarterback in place, like you said, that can handle what he needs to do as much as he touches the ball, this is how you look.
Vandy dominated time of possession, almost 12 and a half minutes longer than actually 13 minutes longer than LSU had the ball. They were 6 of 13 on third down. They were 2 of 3 on fourth down. I probably
if you were Brian Kelly, if you were Brian Kelly, right? We know how he is. We've seen his press conferences. We've seen how he is. He's got a track record throughout the years. But if you were sitting there and you were in his shoes, what do you do?
I would have never left. I don't know. In
my lifetime, never left Notre Dame.
No, sir.
But now you do. And you're in the booth. Yes. And now you got a bunch of fired up Cajuns on your ass every week. And you ain't got a natty yet.
If you can't win in LSU, you're not winning in Penn State.
I agree.
You get superior athletes at LSU. Now I understand it's a superior. I think the SEC is the toughest conference in football. Now you can debate that and go back and forth. I mean, team for team. But I think when you go back and look at it, more players come out of the SEC, go to the NFL than any other conference. That's happened. I don't think he can recruit any better at Penn State than what he's recruiting at LSU.
Agreed.
But can I say something real quick, Unc? And one thing, it doesn't even come down to recruiting anymore. It doesn't come down to recruiting anymore. I don't care how many houses and how many couches you sit on and talk to people's family. It all comes down to the check that you're writing. The check that you're writing for these individual players that you want to come in and change the trajectory of your team and want a chance to compete. ACC, SEC, it doesn't matter. How much are you willing to pay? Because in order to win now, which is why you see the playing field has even from team to team, and there's no domination by one team. And week to week, when we watch these games on Saturday, there's a good chance that either team can
Yeah.
win. There's a good chance, and we've seen that time and time again this year. It always happened. Teams that normally dominated back in the days aren't dominating like they once did. Why? Because the money talks. It's different. Players are going all over
So
the
where's
place
there more
now.
money at? Penn State or LSU?
Whew, that's interesting.
That's a good one.
Because I think it's about the same.
I do. Yeah, I
You
can
think
see that.
so?
I say it's probably pretty close. I say you're going to have a $20 million roster at both places, probably. And
Right.
that's just a number. You got some schools that are going to spend 25, 26, 27. That's a $7 million difference. You're definitely going to have some backups in a
Right.
better spot and some starting players in different
Mhm.
positions that are making a little bit more. But for the top, 10, 15 programs, you're at a 20 plus million dollar roster. I think it's probably pretty close. I think the
Right.
SEC and LSU and what they've done has been historically better. So you're going to have a little pedigree there, and just where
Yeah.
you're recruiting the athletes from and in the South is going to be better at LSU. So he's going to have to grind it out, try to find another quarterback after Nussmeier that can get the program rolling, and you just stick it out.
Yeah, and he's known to jump ship. I don't know, Ocho, if the same amount of money, you had Jaden Daniels and you didn't win a national championship, or you didn't even come close. He's always losing a game, Johnny, that you like, okay, they're gonna win this one, and somebody nips him. Somebody gets him, and then he would be a hard coach to play for because he blamed the player, then this and that. I'm like, bro, what about you? What about you? You talk about us, and this is not what we coach. It is.
The direct
Right.
Could we see
deposit hits every
LSU
week.
and
When the direct deposit
LSU
hits
is
Brian
third?
Kelly's bank account every week, he's happy no matter what. He's sending the blame everywhere else.
2025 NIL rankings. LSU 20 million, Penn State 13 million.
Okay, there you go. 7 million more. That's huge.
Oh, okay. Hey, matter of fact, on that ranking list, who's number one? Huh? I'm
I
curious.
think Ohio State is, or Texas A&M.
Okay.
It's going to be close. We're at about 26, 27
Texas number
million
one?
probably.
Texas is number one with 22.
They had a good game today against Kentucky.
Ohio State is 2 at 2021 or 20.5. Wow. So think about it. The top 3 are in the SEC. No, Ohio State, excuse me. LSU is 3. Texas is 1. You got Ohio State smack dab in the middle. Alabama up there somewhere.
What's the top 5? Does it say?
What's
Did you say Alabama
Alabama's
is one?
3.
no?
Oh,
LSU is 3.
Okay.
Texas, Ohio State, LSU, Georgia, A&M.
All right. 4 out of 5 SEC.
Alabama is 7. Who's 6?
Oregon.
But could we see a switch? Michigan is 6. Could we see a flip? James Franklin goes to LSU. Brian Kelly goes to Penn State.
I think Penn State needs to go after Matt Rule with everything that they have, because Nebraska ain't going nowhere. They can't beat Minnesota. We're out in the woods, in the mud with our tires spinning and just burning the engine. We ain't going nowhere with that program.
I think the thing is, but here, let me ask you this, Johnny, because I think the thing a lot of times is that I remember what Nebraska used to be.
Of course. This is like talking about Colorado and what they used to be.
I remember what Penn State used to be. The question is, and maybe we need to reshape our vision or what we think they can be. Can Penn State ever be what they once were?
Yes. In my opinion, yes. Their conference is too easy. You get 2 big games a year. Go win those big games. If you lose one, you're in the playoff every year. Your program's hyped up enough. You're going to be ranked in the top 25. You go 11, 12, and 1. You're in the playoff. All you got to do is play ball at the right time. So, yes, because your conference is so easy.
Well, Penn State might have been looking at Signetti, but he's like, nah, Indiana said, nah, y'all ain't going to get him. Hey, we going to drop the bag on him. 11.6, we make you the third highest paid.
He deserves it.
Behind Kirby and Ryan Day. Yeah, absolutely. To win, look.
Yeah.
I mean, he took a team. That's a basketball school. Indiana's a basketball school. Everybody, when you think of Indiana, you think of Coach Knight, and you think of the Hoosiers and being undefeated in '76, the last college basketball team to go undefeated and win the national championship. That's what you think about. This. He's making you reevaluate how we look at the Hoosiers. So now they're just not known for that bicycle race that they have every year where the co-eds ride their bikes for, I don't know, what is it, 50 miles, 75 miles, or the basketball team.
Right.
He's a hell of a coach. He was on Coach Saban's staff. He was a wide receiver coach, Ocho. But he wanted to be a head coach. He left, go to a Division II school, take a $125,000 pay cut, got a daughter about to go to college. He says, but I want to be a head coach. Look, you already know if you coach on if you were on Nick Saban's staff, who didn't get a head job? Lane Kiffin,
right.
Kirby Smart, Billy Napier, Cristobal, Mel Tucker. Who didn't get a job? Dan Lanning was a grad assistant, head coach. Signetti, head coach. Who didn't get a head job if you're on his staff?
Right. And I got a question. Speaking of head coaching jobs and vacancies that are open, Penn State.
Yes.
What are the chances that Nick Saban comes back and takes that opportunity?
Well, they were talking about it this morning. Zero. Miss Terry said he having too much fun, and she don't want to take no championship from their babies, which is Lane, Kirby. I don't know how much longer Billy Napier is going to have that job in Florida if he don't win out from here, and that's not a very good chance because I think they still got Georgia on their schedule. But I don't think Coach Saban is coming back, because the issue that forced him out still exists.
I think you're going to have to get some of these younger coaches that are coming up in the ranks. The coach at USF, the coach at Tulane, Texas State has a really good coach that's up and coming on offense. I think you're going to have to find these young guys who are offensive minded, who put a good program together on a smaller scale, and you're going to have to give them the opportunity and roll with some youth, and that's it.
Yeah. When you look, if he comes out of retirement, Ocho, and wins a championship, that doesn't change. Everybody believes he's the greatest college coach to ever live. He got one at LSU.
Yeah, it is.
He got 6 at Alabama, and he lost. He lost to Clemson. He lost to Georgia. So he's the greatest. It's either him or Coach Bryant is the greatest college coaches to ever live. They're both at Alabama. So that's what we do know. The two greatest college coaches to ever coach is Coach Bryant or Coach Saban. Many believe Coach Bryant, considering, a lot of those championships that he won was before integration. Coach Bryant did. So we get that. But I don't think Coach Saban, I don't think anything. He comes out and he wins number 8. Do you think more of him because he won 8 instead of 7? No. And it's just more headache. He's like, you know what? He got a great job. He does an unbelievable job on College Game Day. He's great at it. He knows it. He knows how to talk. And on both sides, he can talk to the players, and like how he was with the players. It's like when they were good, I was harder on my coaches and the team when they were good. I was easier on them when we lost. So I don't see Coach Saban coming out, but hey, never say never, because that encompasses never and always. And I don't believe in saying that, especially how much money Penn State got.
A lot.
You got $15 million a year?
But
probably not. Listen, it ain't going to happen. It really isn't. They need to go find somebody that has wanted that Penn State job, it's a dream job for them, that really cares and can buy into what it is, because it is a good job at the end of the day. Like we said and spoke about a couple weeks ago, do we think James Franklin should have been let go? Probably not. But at the end of the day, it's a good opening, a good job. You're going to see some good openings of good jobs around the country, and we're going to see who they fill them with.
Ash was saying that on College Game Day that Miss Terry said we haven't heard a number yet.
Uh-oh. There it is.
And I think Jimmy Sexton is Coach Saban's agent also. Look, I think he's very content with where he is right now and what he's doing right now. He makes good money doing what he does. He still has an office at Alabama. They still pay him. And I don't think he wants to deal with the headache at this age and time.
Agreed.
Right. So what you think about you, huh?
No, I don't want it. They ain't got a number. They ain't got a number big enough. Because you already know how I am. I ain't got no patience. And so it's understood. That's why I ain't no coach. I've never wanted to be a coach because I know my patience.
Right.
I already know how I am. I would get mad at the guys. Bro, we done practiced this all week. We talked about the first 15 Saturday morning. We went over the next 15 to that Saturday night. And then you come and F it up Sunday out the gate? Nah, I couldn't do that, man. I couldn't.
I mean, I could see the program turning around under you.
What about this? What about Dion?
At Penn State?
Why not?
Me personally, I don't know how much longer time got to coach. I don't know if his health is gonna allow him to have one of those long careers.
10 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. He got in at, most coaches start coaching college in their 30s. He got in really late.
Right.
I mean, you got to think about it. He was in his 50s when he got in. I mean, think about Bobby Bowden with Coach Bowden when he retired with 40 years of coaching. He was only in his 70s. So I just don't know if his health, dealing what he's had to deal with the blood clots, standing doesn't help. The burning of the midnight oil doesn't help. He had the bladder surgery. That can't help. I just don't know if his health is going to allow him to have a long, fruitful, prosperous career.
I know. I would definitely call Jimbo Fisher.
Oh,
hey,
that's a good one.
Hey, Jimbo said he already pocket y'all money, so yeah, I double dip. He said y'all gave me 80. Y'all gave me 84.
Hey,
well, y'all gave me 80.
Him still having buyout money too. You know what? To be honest, Penn State may be able to get. I mean, Jimbo gonna
get him for a $5 million deal.
Sign him up for 10 of them.
Yep, you're right.
Another great day in college football all the way around, though. A lot of upsets this week. A lot of people went down. Arizona State played a really good game against the number 7 Texas Tech today. You see the Miami Canes, they lose, go down all the way through. There was a lot of upsets, a lot of good ball from underdogs this week. So it's a hell of a week for college football. I think everybody who was watching should have enjoyed thoroughly this week.
Yeah, but I don't know if Penn State gonna let Prime have all them jerseys and all them combinations. Penn State, they got two colors. Hey. They got black tops with white pants, and they got white tops with white pants. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you get.
Right.
The number 21 Texas Longhorn go down to Lexington and hold on and win 16-13 over UK, University of Kentucky. Kentucky got stopped, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, 4th and goal. Texas goes down, kicks a field goal, and they win at 16-13. Arch Manning did not have the best day, but they won the ball game. He was 12 of 27, 132 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Trevon Wisner ran the ball, lone touchdown. How they won this game, I don't know, Ocho. They had 132 yards passing and 47 yards rushing. So they had less than 180 yards. The opposing team had over 400 yards. And they get a victory. Johnny, I need you to help me understand how Texas won this ball game. 8 first downs, 5 of 16 on 3rd down, 179 total yards, 12 of 27. They possessed the ball half the time that UK had it. UK had 26 first downs. They had 395 total yards, so they outgained them by over 200. Possessed the ball 19 minutes longer, but somehow lost.
The quarterback at Texas throws for 44% completion on the day for 132 yards, 4.9 yards an attempt. Texas's rushing attack this year is what we like to call abysmal. Terrible. They can't run out of a wet paper bag. 47 yards rushing, 1.7 yards a carry, and this is in 4 quarters of football.
Right.
I don't know how they sneak out of here with this one, but at the end of the day, you got to give them their props. Everybody in Austin's throwing their horns up tonight and saying we snuck out of there with one. I mean, let's turn it over to the man that sat in the student section and watched this.
That's what I was about to say, Ocho. You had a bird's eye view of this ball game, and you probably thought, man, the Wildcats gonna get a victory over the number 21 ranked Texas Longhorns. So you were there. We got video of you were there.
We do?
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. Hey, you see the rhythm? The whole we was out there going crazy.
I'm like, you know what? I'm like Professor. I'm like Cletus Day. Cletus say, I don't know that fool.
Hey, listen. If I'm gonna go to a college game, obviously it's my daughter's homecoming. I need the full experience. I told the AD, I told Ray Oliver, who was my strength and conditioning coach when he was in Cincinnati.
Oh, Ray in Kentucky.
If I'm coming,
well,
you know that?
I know that. I know Ray.
Yeah, Ray is in Kentucky. I said, do not put me in the suite. I want to know what it's like to be at a school of this magnitude and sit with the students in that section because I know they get turned. So they put me down there and watching and watching the game. For me, Kentucky, as many yards as they did have, Johnny and Unc, they couldn't score. They couldn't put themselves in position to get field goals. If you're not going to score and defense was playing well enough to where you should have won this game, this is the game that you should have won. This is a game that you should have won because you should have had more opportunities to do some of the things that Texas couldn't. It just to me offensively, in a sense, I'm trying not to say anything like too bad about Mr. Stoops because they had the whole crowd. I'm not sure what's going on. It's my first time being at the game, but everybody they chanting fire Stoops, fire Stoops. I'm like, well, goddamn, what did he do wrong? But then I watch how they play offensively and what they were doing. Where at times, Johnny, they couldn't even get past midfield.
Well, hell, don't look like Texas got past midfield except that long touchdown. Do they remember what Kentucky was before Stoops got there? I don't think they remember that, Johnny. They do realize that's a basketball school.
It's been a long time since the hefty lefty Jared Lorenzen, rest in peace, shout out my guy, and also my guy Randall Cobb. It's been a long time since those Kentucky Wildcats have been in a jersey. So listen, it's SEC. Everybody wants to be good, but they need to get ready for hoop season. They'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, look, you only gonna get some players. First of all, it's not like Kentucky is like when you think of great football players. I mean, I think Sean Alexander's from Kentucky, but where did he go, Ocho? Alabama. So if your best players are leaving the state, you don't have much of a chance. Especially if you're Kentucky. Now, you obviously Florida, they're going to be spread out. You got UM, you got UF, and you got FSU. And then some going to go to Alabama, some going to go to Ohio State. So they're going to be spread out. But Kentucky, you've got to keep your best.
Yeah.
You can't afford to have your best go and make somebody else's program better.
No doubt.
And that's what Kentucky, like I said, I think Stoops has done a great job given what he's got. I mean, I don't know. Y'all not getting Nick Saban?
Listen, we at one point in time through our coaching search after Jimbo tried to hire Mark Stoops, and College Station almost burnt to the ground. So I don't know what it is about him or what people think about him. I respect him. I played against him. He was at OU whenever I was there, whenever I was playing against him. I think he's a good coach. I think he's doing the most with what he has at Kentucky.
Yes.
And that's what you got to give him credit for. But today, in this setting, in this game, this is one you got to go reach out and grab and find a way to win.
You're right. I agree.
You got
I
to.
think also people like, well, Indiana is a college is a basketball school, but look at what Signetti did. So
Right.
why can't that be us? Why
Signetti
can't
came in and said, listen, you know what I do? I win
I win?
everywhere I go. Google me, bitch. That's what he said.
He did,
And he came
and
in with that
he
attitude. He
won.
said, you know what? I don't care that we're at Indiana. I don't care that I'm out here doing this. I'm going to go find a way to make it happen.
Right.
The running game looks good. Their receivers can play. Their quarterback has game.
Mendoza's playing Willie Rell.
Mendoza's a G.
Now, I don't know if he had to run that gauntlet. That's the SEC.
Ooh.
that's a whole different animal. Look, Kentucky
That's a different
has
ball game.
gone to a couple of bowl games, but I think, when you look at it, what is their realistic expectations? Are they expecting to be in the college football playoff? Are they expecting to contend for a national? I mean, when you got Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Texas, A&M, when you got all those on your schedule, damn. But that's murderous row.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard
Yeah.
for a team, even the Alabamas, the LSU, even the top teams, to go undefeated in that conference. Yeah, you'll get a situation like Alabama has gone undefeated. You get the 2019 LSU when you talk about one of the historically great teams in college football history. But for the most part, you're not going unscathed in the SEC. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So I just need to know, Kentucky, if I could talk to their fan base or their alumni, what is your realistic expectation for UK?
Is it not 8-4?
8-4 is good with a bowl game.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think they're gonna get. I don't think they're gonna get to 8-4 this year. But I mean, can they get bowl eligible? What's UK's remaining schedule?
They're 2-3 going to
They're
this
2-4
game,
right
if
now,
I'm not mistaken.
and so they
2-4
play
now.
what, 12 games? So they got 6 games to go. So theoretically, they could go 8-4.
All right, here we go. The last 15 years of Kentucky football. 6-7, lost in the Gator Bowl. 7-6, lost in the Gator Bowl. 7-6, lost the Music City Bowl. 10-3, 2021, Citrus Bowl, beat Iowa. 5-6, 8-5, 10-3 in 2018, beat Penn State. And then you go back 7-6, 7-6, 5-7, 5-7, 2-10, 2-10, 5-7, 6-7. So you got a couple 10-3 sprinkled in, but really your median point for success is
7-6.
8-4.
Yeah,
8-4 would be out of this world for them in a bowl win.
They just lost to Texas. They're at home versus Tennessee, at Auburn, home versus Florida. They got Tennessee Tech at home, at Vanderbilt, at Louisville. Today didn't work out well. Tomorrow ain't looking much better.
Listen. Today looked much better than what people thought it would have been because there was the chance. UK had a chance to win this game. They just couldn't put the ball in position to score. Maybe if you can't get a touchdown, get 3. They could barely get past the 50, huh? Barely.
I mean,
and to me, it just kept seeing like they kept running the same play. Draw. I'm like, what are we? It's the same thing over and over.
I'm looking at this. Hold on.
No play downfield. I saw a few dig routes and a few flat routes, but there was really no creativity to the offense. And obviously, you are playing against a very good Texas team, so I kind of understand you don't want to put your young quarterback in harm's way. That makes your decision making is good. You don't want to put too much on the plate, but a game like this, man, you throw everything you got
sink.
plus the
kitchen sink.
Ocho, they got Tennessee, Auburn, Florida,
Vandy,
Tennessee Tech, and on the road against Vandy and Louisville. Like I say, today didn't look good.
They got
Tomorrow ain't
Louisville
look much better.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Onto the hardwood. Onto the hardwood.
Jeremiah Love and the number 13 Notre Dame Fighting Irish beat the number 20 USC Trojans 34-24 in the 96th meeting between the two rivals. Love finished with a career high 228 rushing yards and a touchdown to lead Notre Dame attack that racked up 306 rush yards. Notre Dame finished with 442 total yards. Jadarian Price also added 87 yards rushing and a touchdown, and returned the kickoff 100 yards for a touchdown. Damn, USC. They just did whatever they wanted to do to y'all. Here it is.
See, this is one of the few games I wasn't able to see. I didn't get the chance to see this one. Hey, how did the receiver do? The receiver from USC. He's really good.
Lane, he had 6 for $111 and a touch.
Okay.
18.5 a catch.
The quarterback
18.5.
2 turnovers though. That was the difference in the ball game, Ocho.
Jesus.
Well, actually, they turned the ball over 3 times. Might have been a different ball game if they could have held on to it.
Listen, Notre Dame's doing what they need to do. They need to go through and run the table, and they're going and playing. This is a huge rivalry game forever. Notre Dame comes through.
Yeah, they can't lose another game though, Johnny. They got to run the table. They're 5-2. They
go run it. Look at their schedule. Let's take a peek at their schedule for the rest of the way. All right, they got Boston College, dub, Navy, dub, Pitt, dub, Syracuse. Okay, they'll play them tough.
Yeah.
And then Stanford.
That's tough.
Dub. So get through Syracuse.
Yeah.
And they do it.
Hey, listen, football on Saturdays has been so funny. The teams that you're supposed to beat, there have been a lot of surprises this season. There have been a lot of surprises.
And we know Notre Dame is known to give it up to a team. The Northern Illinois and they are the Northern Illinois and teams like always trip them up. Ooh,
I like Notre Dame. Look, they maybe have one of the best running backs in the country. I think
they do.
They have a quarterback who you go back and look at the A&M game, really solid. You look through the board, their defense is solid. They're a team that can get in the playoff and cause some havoc. Their coach is really good.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna force that quarterback to beat me.
I am as well.
I'm not gonna let them run the ball. I'm not gonna let them run the ball 44 times. And definitely you're not getting no 300 yards rushing. Because I mean, you run the ball 300 yards. That means you got the ball. You got to have the ball for an extended period of time. Wow, damn, they didn't have it that long. Only 32 minutes, or 33 minutes, which is not a long amount of time when you're considering. But see, they were 3 of 11 on third down. So 3 of 11 on
3 of 11 on third down is tough.
Because if you know, let's just say for the sake of argument, you 6 or 7 for 11, that means you're gonna be on the field for an extra 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Link. You make
they win the turnover battle. They have 91 more yards and penalties though, but same amount of first downs, 442 yards. Look, it's another good win for Notre Dame. They're just trucking along, doing what they need to do. Let's try and get in the playoff and see if we can't make something shake.
Johnny, thank you for joining us tonight. Taking time out of your busy schedule. Guys, make sure you go subscribe to Johnny Podcast YouTube channel, Glory Days with Johnny Manziel. Johnny, enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you next week, bro.
Appreciate you, boys. See you next week. Much love.
All right, Jake. Yo.
Ocho, the Green Bay Packers will reportedly have a tight turnaround Sunday afternoon. Green Bay's flight to Arizona for the game was delayed more than 5 hours Saturday by a mechanical issue in the team's plane. Ocho, how much can a flight delay really throw off the team's pregame rhythm and preparation?
I mean, obviously, you're leaving the day before the game. I think 5-hour flight delay really shouldn't throw a monkey wrench in anything. You've done all your practice, all your extensive practice, all the important practices, before you even leave. At that time, everything is mental. At that time, everything is mental. Getting your mental reps in, looking at your playbook, understanding what you're going to do, going into Sunday's game, and it just a little delay doesn't really throw anything.
No, a little delay is 30 minutes. 5 hours is a lot. Because think about when you normally get there, Ocho. We always try to get to someplace to around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So now you're not going to get there 3:30, 4 o'clock. So do you have your same normal? Do you still have your same individual meetings for 30 minutes? Do you have the special teams meeting for the 30 minutes? Do you have your team meeting and you go over the stuff? So a lot of stuff is going to get either cut short or taken out.
But all the important, you've already done that. The meetings we had once we go to a new state for a game, the new meetings is based on what we've already covered
Yes.
anyway. All it is just retouching it up. It's like washing your car. You know what? I didn't wash it. I'm gonna throw a little wax on there. That's all those meetings are. You already went over your meat and potatoes. You already know what to do. You know what your meal is gonna
Let me ask you a
be.
question.
Talk to me.
Did y'all leave at the same time when y'all was going somewhere? Y'all left at the same time, didn't you?
Yeah, but we had delays. We had a 3 hour delay. During my 11 years, we had a 3 hour delay. We had a 6 hour
Okay.
delay.
So you had two
Yeah,
delays in 11 years, but you left
snow.
at the same time, right? Why you think the coaches?
Yes, sir.
Why you think y'all leave at the same time? Because routine is important. When y'all
Yeah,
go to the
yeah.
game, wide receivers went out at a certain time. Why you think they did that, Ocho?
Mhm. Yeah,
You do the same.
I
You
hear
do the same, Ocho.
I hear
You
I
do
hear-
the
I hear what
same
you're saying.
thing before every game, before every practice.
Right.
But you say it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Why you do the same thing?
Yeah, but you're not
I'm
listening
just
to me. If that said schedule, like when we were delayed, it didn't change anything. We just backed everything up, but you still got to go out there and play
yes.
football. That's the most important part is what you went over during the week. What you went over during the week. Now, what you have to do on Saturday once you land, you get somewhere else. Hey, that ain't nothing but salad dressing.
That bothered me.
That's salad dressing.
I was so locked into the routine. I like
Right,
leaving at the
right.
same time. I like having the same
Okay, I got you.
routine because I mean
Okay.
we're creatures. We're routine oriented.
Yeah.
And for me,
Right.
it look. I understand that I'm still gonna have to go out there and play, but I'm like now I feel
Yeah.
rushed because I would normally go to my hotel room. I would get to lay down for a couple of hours, take me a nap if I wanted to, just chill. Just chill. I just hate breaking my routine. That's why I got up at the same time. I went to the stadium at the same time.
Right.
I did everything the same because I wanted the same, What'd you say insanity is, Ocho? Doing the same thing over and over and hoping for a different result?
Overall, we expect different
I
results.
was
Yeah.
doing the same thing, hoping for the same result.
Those, yeah. Yeah.
So
I got you. But I was also understanding if my routine
yeah,
is broken, which I do have now, hey, 6 in the morning. I'm up all the time. Now it's sometimes we do
yeah.
nightcap sometimes. I'm not wake up at 6 o'clock. I understand that, but I'm able to adapt and still I'm just being honest. I'm able to adapt and still do my same routine I would do. Now I just have to do it at a later time.
Okay.
So I'm able to adjust and adapt to the small inconveniences like that because they do pop up. It's like being late sometime, Unc. You might leave the house every single time, but hell, this morning, it might be a goddamn
No,
traffic jam.
hey,
It might be.
I'm constantly getting update. What's the traffic looking like? Man,
Right,
they said, let's go. Me, Ocho, I don't care how late I'm going to bed. 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm
right.
up. I'm
You
up.
up? Yeah, yeah,
Cause
yeah.
Titus got to go for the walk. And plus, I mean, as I got older, I can't sleep. There ain't no sense in I'm lay there and toss and turn. I can't sleep. I'm a restless sleeper. I'm
Right.
constantly moving my legs. I'm constantly turning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I call Ash. Hello, you sleep? No. Oh, I didn't think so. I'll call Ash at 12:30, 1 o'clock. It ain't my fault she
Right.
answered the phone. I might be in jail, so I might need to come bond me out. But
Uh-huh.
I'm just so routine, Ocho, and it's a blessing and a curse because I am so structured
Right.
and boom, boom, boom. I do the same thing, and it ain't no big thing to me. But boy, I don't know how you can do that. I can like when I was like undisputed, and we have a topic that
Yeah.
we really didn't discuss, or I can do stuff like
Right.
I'm good off the cuff.
Off the
But
cuff.
when
Yeah.
it comes to like something like work, and I gotta be somebody,
Right.
no, I gotta do the same thing. They already know.
I got
And
you.
I already know Sharp. Yeah, you know. And don't you mess up my routine. I can't. I just. Hey, more power to you. I wish, and I think that came from my upbringing. because my grandmother, we did the same thing. We had to get up. My grandfather was very structured. My grandfather would wake everybody up on Saturday. He'd say, get up and watch the sunrise.
Get up and watch the sunrise.
Ain't no laying in no bed. It wasn't no, oh man, it's Saturday. I'm going to sleep till 9. I'm going to sleep till 10. No, you not.
Hold on, but you had to get up and watch the sunrise?
My grandfather said, hey, look here. Barney Porter ain't play that.
Right.
You not finna lay up in no bed, Ocho. And work, you were gonna do work. I was 5 years old. My grandfather came home. My aunt, because at that time, Marinelle had just moved out. Marinelle was out the house. Gladys was out the house. Rest their soul. Both of my aunts have passed. So Shermerdine, Jane, Libby, me, Spanky.
Right.
My cousins was in the house. Arnell, Eugene, Lanny, Dr. Pearl. So we all sleeping on the floor. My grandfather came home. I guess he had already talked to him. He said, I want everything big enough to sop syrup to hit that truck in the morning. I'm 5.
You out there working too?
He said he want everything big enough to sop syrup to hit the truck.
That's include you.
Hey, y'all don't believe it. If you see my brother ain't up in, but ask my brother. He'll tell you. Ask him what our grandfather used to tell us. Ocho, he used to play me and my brother. He give us $2. I washed the tires. Spanky washed the body. So he gave me 4 quarters, gave Spanky $1. We thought we did a good job. My grandfather came out there and looked at it. He looked at the truck. He said, anything is better than nothing, but you two fellas real close to nothing. Ask my brother.
Wait, hold on. So you ain't washed the car, right?
Hey, I guess we didn't wash it to his satisfaction.
All right.
So Ocho, I think that has a lot to do with how I am, with like work and discipline and structure. He didn't want to hear all that. Well, no.
Well, that's funny, that boy.
Ocho,
that's funny.
We make money. My brother told a story. Like, we would go pick up pecans, make money. He charged us $2 to take us to town.
Right.
So my structure and I had to like my kids ain't grew up like this. They not gonna be as structured. They not gonna be as disciplined. My kids tell me all the time, Dad, I don't know how you do it. You eat the same thing. You do the same thing. You don't have no interest in doing anything else but what you do.
That's me. That's me that is me to an extent.
Hey, but that's how he was, and so everything was structured. We knew, okay, you could go to school, you're gonna come home, do your homework, whatever that was. Me and Spanky, we go out there and play basketball. That's it. We come in, get up the next morning, do the same thing. Come summertime, we go work in the fields. Gonna come home, play basketball. Take a shower. Take a shower in the tub. Go get ready, go catch chickens. James, my Uncle James, worked at the Collection Chicken Porchery. We was gonna come. It was gonna get dark. We was gonna probably go to Baxley, Blackshare, Alma, somewhere, Meta, which is about anywhere between 30 minutes and 45 minutes away. He gonna come pick us up at about 8:30. We get there about no later than 9:30. We gonna catch somewhere between 8 and 16,000 chickens. Be back home at midnight, and guess what? That school bus coming at 7 o'clock to pick your ass up.
Nah. Hey, I couldn't have done it.
Oh, you
You're a better man than me. Hey, I would have ran away. Who ain't had no choice? Well, I would have ran away.
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, go ahead. You come back.
They would have had. They would have had to catch me.
You get hungry enough. Guess what? I mean, you ever been so hungry? Every time you swallow, your stomach say thank you. Ain't nothing go down, but your stomach say thank you. And he thought he was gonna get some bad, please. Bad. I don't. But everybody, like, we work hard. I've never quit a job. Now, I've been dismissed from several. but I don't quit.
Right.
It don't matter. Hey, it don't matter how hard you work or whatever the pay was. Hey, you do an honest day's work. The man give you an honest day's salary. You keep doing it. So, nah, but Ocho, I commend you on that. I'm too structured to like. I need everything to be a certain way, and when things ain't a certain way,
Right.
Everybody that I've ever dated told me I've been OCD. It's like, I don't want no dishes in the sink. Don't put dishes in the sink.
Right.
I don't want the trash to be by the overflow. Don't put your shoes directly in front of the door. Just put them to the side. Just hang.
Hey, you be tripping.
I do. That's the way my grandmother was. Because we didn't have a whole lot. And my grandma used to always, I'd never forget, my grandma used to say, son, it ain't much, but let's try to keep this piece of house clean. We had cement floors, and everybody know what cement floors. You don't know what it's like to have to squirt water down to keep the dust. The rats rolled around in dune buggies in the house, Ocho. Real talk. House so dusty.
Yeah, you're right.
But hey, that's what we had. But I commend you for being able to like just roll with the punches. I can't. I lose my mind, Ocho.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been able to adapt when things don't go the way I thought or they should be, or the plans that you do have, because things happen all the time. I'm always ready, and I don't get upset. I don't get upset. Okay, this is what happened. This is a situation that is out of my control. I can't control. So anything that I can't control, I don't even get mad. I reset mentally. Okay, we're gonna go from here. That's it.
I don't like being late. I'll cancel the whole date. As the Titans wallow in last place, I cancel the whole date.
Ooh, I ain't canceling no date. It depends on who it is. Shh. Well, you better than me.
As the Titans wallow in last place in the AFC South, now without a permanent head coach, you would think they'd be strong candidates to sell anything, but not when it comes to their star, Jeffrey Simmons. According to Ian Rappaport, multiple teams called to gauge the availability of Simmons, one of the top players at his position in the league, in the hours and days after Titans owner Amy Adams Strunk made the decision to fire Callahan. Those interested was told clearly, Simmons is not available, according to sources. Simmons, 28, has played his entire 7-year career with the Titans, and he's a Pro Bowler in 21, 22, and 24.
What did I tell you? And I guarantee you one of those teams that called, I bet it was Jerry. I bet it was Jerry because he's struggling to stop the run. So what's the first thing you go do? You go get your run stopper, one of the best in the league that would be available for a team that's 1-5, 1-6. I'm not sure what their record is.
They won it.
Wait, no, they okay, 1-5. And what do? You go get a run stopper, one of the better run stoppers in the league that can clog up things, and you build around him.
Yeah.
You build around him. I guarantee you he's one of the teams.
A lot of teams
that made that call.
Because not only can he stop the run, he can rush the passer. He's one of the. Now that Aaron Donald, he's the top 5 defensive tackle in all of football.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's
absolutely.
And he's 28.
Yeah, he got a long way to go. I like him. But listen, owners say that all the time. Oh, this player is off limits. Let the right price come through. The right package.
They need because here's the thing, Ocho. They're not one piece away. As they're finding out, they're not one piece away with Cam Ward. They need multiples, but they need a coach. They can't keep firing coaches and general managers after a year and a half. You don't realize you have a top coach.
Yeah.
He just needed a quarterback. He just needed a quarterback. But Simmons definitely can help a lot of teams. I don't know how he feels. Maybe he likes Tennessee. Ain't no state tax. But I think the thing is, Ocho, is that when you look at it, they're like, what are you willing to give up for him? And does he like, sometimes guys like, this is my home. I don't know if the young man is married or not. And it's hard. I mean, you got to convince them to go somewhere because they're picking up roots, Ocho. They know how long it's going to take them to get to practice. They know where everything is. He knows where everything is in Nashville. Where to go, all the nice spots, where to go eat, where to go take his family when they come to town. And so to ask him to give that up, they're probably, given who he is, they probably would, what do you think? The Dallas Cowboys will be without cornerback Trevon Diggs heading to the NFC East clash against the Washington Commanders. Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer revealed Diggs had an accident at his home on Thursday and suffered a concussion that will keep him out.
Damn. I hope young Bull is okay.
Damn.
Hey, an accident at home?
Did he slip in the shower, hit his head on the shower? I don't know. I mean, I've never had a freak accident at home, so I couldn't tell you. Have I felt? You know what? Let me take that back. I did, but I wasn't in the league when that was happening. That was probably about 4 years ago. I had the dogs coming down in the middle of the night, and you don't come down the steps. I don't know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Don't 10, tell me you tripped over somebody.
Man, it seemed like it took me forever to fall. I thought I was in the movie. Ocho, I felt like I was in the movies. Ocho, I was like, well, damn, am I ever going to hit the ground?
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm just cool. Ocho. Have you ever come? That's why I don't come down the. I ain't got on shoes. I would never come down the steps in bare feet or socks. Man, I'd have messed right here. The steps. So,
man, I have.
Nah.
Hey, I haven't fallen downstairs in a very long time. The closest thing I've had to falling down the stairs as of recent would be when I'm obviously sleeping and it seemed like I miss a step and you wake up out your sleep. And I don't know what that's called. I'm sure there's probably a name for it. I'm not sure what it is, but I always wake up out of my sleep as if I'm walking downstairs and I miss a few steps and I start to fall and then I just wake up out the blue.
Yeah. I mean, look, first of all, I feel bad for Brian Schottenheimer because he has to explain that. And people like, man, come on, bro. How you hurt yourself? A 20-something-year-old man hurt himself and give himself a concussion. Like I said, I mean, slip in the shower. I mean, that's happened. I've never slipped in the shower, but I'm saying that it can happen.
Yeah, it can. It can.
Did you walk into something?
Yeah, something's going on. I saw something earlier also with my brother Diggs putting his house on the market in Dallas.
I don't think. Look, Michael, the reports. I don't know. I don't know Stephon Diggs. I've seen him a couple of times out. Throw my hand up, knowledge and boom. But it's reported that he and Michael were best friends, and but they've been very difficult. Remember, Ocho, they took $500,000 from him this offseason because he didn't the rehab.
He didn't do it in Dallas.
And he got the big payday. He hurt his knee. He played good, but I don't think they think he's playing as well as he should, given what they're paying him, or he's as bought in as he should. Because remember, one game, Ocho, he was a healthy not start. He ended up getting in the game and playing, but he didn't start. And a guy that's making that kind of money, Ocho, there should never be a situation where he's not that he doesn't start, especially if he's healthy enough. If he's healthy enough to play, he's healthy enough to start. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if maybe it's a situation, Ocho. We've all been with people. They're sick and you're sick. They're sick of you. You sick of them. So it might be a situation. He's sick of Dallas. Dallas is sick of him. I don't know. I don't know enough about the situation. Yeah, we follow the Cowboys, but I'm not. I don't follow them like that. I don't, breathe, eat, and everything is the Cowboys. Yeah, we talk about them because they're the team that everybody talks about, and they have a lot going on. But something, I don't think, for me, he hasn't looked the same since he hurt that knee.
Yeah.
That's a big injury for a
Listen, it's
DB,
hard to
Ocho,
get back
now.
to form. It's hard to get back to form, especially after that type of injury. ACL is tough, huh? It's tough. I mean, really, honestly, at any position you do play, but even that much more difficult to get back to the form you were in before you got hurt as a DB, because you're doing everything
Yep.
backwards. You're doing
Yes.
everything backwards, and these dudes are coming at you fast, and you have to be able to transition and flip your hips and speed turn and just do, it's a lot.
Because,
It's a
because
lot.
he wasn't a burner, but he had unbelievable ball skills, and he was a
Skills.
cluer. So he would take, because
Yeah.
here's the thing, Ocho, when you take those kind of chances and you're not the
Hmm.
fastest and you lose a little something, now how do
Hmm.
you play another way? Because his whole thing was, I'm gonna guess and I can make it up. Well, if you lose a little
Hmm.
bit, how do I play it straight up when I made my name? I went to Pro Bowls. I got 10 picks
Hmm.
doing it this way.
Right.
It's hard to break that habit when you've had success doing one thing one way, and then all of a sudden you have to do it another way. I hope
Yeah.
the young man is healthy. I hope he's okay. It's nothing serious. He could, you know, miss this week. It seems like he's going to miss this week, but next week is a new week. But it's tough because look, their expectations, Ocho. The more money you make, the more is expected of you. That's just life. At any job, the guy
Yeah.
that makes the most money, he or she has the greater
Mhm.
expectations.
Yeah. Not only that, you got to
You
update your
absolutely
resume,
do.
y'all.
You
You got to update your resume every time, especially when you make a certain dollar amount. I mean, it's just
yes.
expected of you. And the players know that. The players know that. The players know that as well. And you obviously you'd want after injury, you'd want the team to give you a little grace to be able to get back to what they're used to seeing, get back to why you paid me
Hmm.
this money in the first place. But it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to replicate what you used to look like after injury of that magnitude.
Yeah. And so we don't know. Like I said, I don't. Like I said, I've never. Maybe the old showers, Joe. You remember the showers in the tub? Those things get slippery. That's why you had the mat down there so you wouldn't slip.
You had a little rubber
Yeah, man,
mat
because
with
you
the
bust your
suction.
ass in there.
With-
Uh,
yeah, with the suction.
but now most guys of his stature and caliber and the athletes, they have big showers. They have walk-in showers. They don't have the shower tub. But
Right.
hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully he doesn't miss any more time than tomorrow's
Hmm.
game, and then he can come back. And I would like to see him get back to what he once was. But like I said, I don't know because he tore that knee, and then he had another injury last year, Ocho, that probably pushed him back. That pushed him back.
Even
Yeah.
further.
Yep. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Y'all need to get out. Y'all get out the chat with that foolishness, man. Because I ain't in Dallas, and I ain't repeating what y'all talking about in the chat. So when it comes out, we'll discuss it. But for me, the internet ain't true. Deebo Samuel was also ruled out of Sunday game at Dallas thanks to a bruised heel that has plagued him the past two games. But that leaves the Commanders with Jaden Daniels without their top three receivers for their game against the Cowboys. Terry McLaurin,
Hey.
quad, ruled out for the fourth consecutive game. Noah Brown, groin, was placed on injury reserve earlier this week after missing the previous four games. Ocho, what did you and I talk about? I said, man, I hate that
Yeah.
McLaurin is holding out because what happens, Ocho, when you hold out and you don't get that running in training camp and you don't
Those
the soft
soft
tissue
tissue injury.
injuries, quad,
Yeah.
groin, hamstring, calf.
Yeah. Something has to go. Something has to go. You got to put it in the ringer. When you see race cars on before they put the race cars on the track, I'm not sure what it's called that
Will they warm
you
up the
put the car
tires?
on. Just let it run and let it run and let it run and let it run, let it run. The body has to go
Yeah.
through the same thing. That's what training camp is. The body has to go through the same thing so it's used to the wear and tear, the pushing and the tugging, having to fight through contact, the stopping, the starting, the transitioning, the flip. Just the body has to get used to that. And training camp is just long enough so you're able to get through a 17-week
Yes.
season. They're going to be obviously they're going to be injuries, but you want to stay as healthy as possible. You lift weights to help you stay strong throughout the season and prevent said injuries, but they're going to happen. But every time someone misses training camp due to whatever it be, contract negotiations, it's not the player's fault either. You have to stand
Yep.
your ground. You have to do what you got to do to get your money. And you would think owners would understand that, you know what, I want to get him in here because there's a chance if he misses all the training camp and he just goes from 0 to 100 miles an hour when the season starts, there's a chance he can get hurt. You would think owners understood that. And listen, it's unfortunate. Now Deebo's out too.
Yeah.
You know, I think his heel
The
is
top
bothering
three
him.
guys are out.
And
Deebo, McLaurin, and Noah
hey,
Brown.
hey, the heel is
Yeah.
important, huh? Wait, man, please. That might be just as bad as having turf toe. Your heel messed up? Man, please.
Yeah.
I hope. And listen, Jaden Daniels is good enough.
He got
He
to
is
throw to
good enough.
somebody, Ocho.
Hey, they got somebody out there now. They got somebody. Next man
Yeah,
up.
but see,
Now,
the
the
next
next
man was supposed to
might not
replace
be.
Terry McLaurin. Okay, you say next man up. Okay, now he got to replace Deebo. Okay, now the next man.
Yeah.
So now think about where you at. You done went 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Hold on.
You ain't really counting on 5 and 6 like that, Ocho. They come in to give you guy a break.
Yes.
Hey, he just ran a 9 mile. He tapped his helmet. All right, going in there. You gonna
Yeah.
block.
Okay,
Now you counting on
yeah.
5 and 6, 7 for the entirety of the game. Because guess what? You only keep 5 receivers active, Ocho. So
Right.
now I got to call up 4, 5, 6, 7.
But let me tell you something. Good thing for the Commanders, right? So now Jaden Daniels has to use the man that's sitting next to the man that's sitting next to the man as his number one and his number two. Well, hell, maybe even number three. But Jaden Daniels is good enough to overcome that. He's good enough to overcome that. All they got to do is get from point A to point B as fast as possible and get open.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels will take care of the
Okay.
rest.
Y'all heard Ocho.
He'll
Ocho
take care
say
of.
Jaden Daniels can get it done.
Yeah, he's good. Jaden Daniels is good enough to overcome not having him in there for 4 quarters. Now, can he do it consistently week in and week out? No. But a game, absolutely yes.
Members of the Broncos owners Pat Bowlen's family say they were excluded from this weekend's celebration to commemorate the 10th anniversary of Super Bowl 50 winners, as well as Demaryius Thomas being added to the Ring of Fame. None of Bowlen's children, the family says, were invited to Saturday night's dinner or events at Empire Field before Sunday's game against the New York Giants, as well as at halftime. Bowlen's daughter, Brittany, who I know very well, and Annabelle, Little Belle, said the statement Saturday, we would have loved to been a part of this weekend's reunion and events. We'll always be proud to continue to celebrate what our father and this team built together. It's tough for me, Ocho, because everybody knows what I think of, and what I think of this organization, what I think of Mr. B,
Right.
what I think of his kids, Brittany, who I know very well. They a couple of months ago, probably about 3 months ago, they asked me to sit down for a documentary that they're going to do for their father, and they wanted some of the guys that knew their father very well, and who he had spoken very, very highly of. And I'm sure myself, John, probably TD, maybe Rod, but it's like, they reached out to Shelley. They didn't go through any other channels. They went directly to Shelley. They're like, we really want him to sit. And so in the process of me sitting, there's like, we had never heard these stories before, and the type of relationship that he had. We know our father, how he spoke of you and what he thought of you. But I wish that, because I don't know, Ocho. Look, I have a great relationship with Rob. I have a great relationship with Greg, the daughter. I forget her name. So but I don't know what's common protocol. I really don't. I don't. So I don't want to speak out of turn and says, but I do. I wish they could have gone because they were a part of that. But this is new ownership, and I don't really know what. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And it's just tough for me because I know how much Mr. B loved the Broncos. I know how much that organization meant to his family, and it was sad that the kids couldn't come together to keep it, because that's what happened. They couldn't come together, and I don't want to get into it about what happened and this and that, but they could not come to an agreement, and Mr. Walton was more than willing to spend $4.5 billion. I mean, each kid gets $400 or $500 million,
Right.
which is. But I think when it's all said and done, I think as they look back on it, they still would have much rather had that team. Like I said, I hate that I'm not able to be there to celebrate with those guys. And DT, who was a great guy. He was unbelievable, man. He was great. I remember I used to go back. I used to get back a lot, Ocho, because there were a couple of years that I didn't have a job, so it was easier for me to go. And it was around the time that we had won back-to-back Super Bowls, and they invited us back. And so, but I empathize with the bowling girls. But I like I said, Ocho, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, I really don't.
That's tough. That's tough.
I don't. It's not like Ocho. It's like if it's players, okay. If you're not in the ring of honor, normally they guys that go when someone's going into the ring of honor, they invite all the guys that's in the ring of honor. They invite them back. Okay, if you won the Super Bowl, every year, we won back to back, so it's coming up on pretty soon. It's coming up on the 30th anniversary of our Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So they'll invite, and all the members of the team, they'll invite you back. Mm-hmm. So I don't know this. I mean, for previous owners to get invited, I don't know, Ocho. I don't know. Chad, it'd be interesting to see what you guys think should have happened, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The funny thing about it, you would think former, current owners, you would always want to be a part of something special like that.
Yeah.
So I think there must be some personal issues that we obviously don't know about, for that not to happen.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Well, look, I don't really think so, because at that point in time, the kids weren't in charge. Rich Slifka and Greg and Ellis was in charge. So they couldn't come to an agreement who was going to run the Broncos. Well, Mr. B had gave specific instruction, explicit. This is what needs to happen. That's what happened. So,
man,
congratulations to DT's family. It would have been great. I wish he could have been here to see this moment. Unfortunately, he had a seizure. He had and passed away. I wish he could experience this moment. Anybody that's ever gone to what it's like. You went to the Bengals Ring of Honor. It is huge to know that this organization thought that much of me to put my name up in there. So everybody that comes play in this stadium, the guys that play for the Broncos, every time they run out there, they're going to see DT. Visitors, they look up, because I remember going to the Coliseum. But when going to Kansas City and going and just looking up, going to the Bills Stadium and looking up and seeing Joe DeLamielleure and Joe Ferguson and OJ, and you see all these names, and then you go to Kansas City and you see all these names up there, Lynn Dawson and this one and Emmett Thomas, and like, damn, man. And then in my own stadium, see Tombstone Jackson and see Tom and like, man, that'd be really cool, man, for one day if my name could be up there. And so,
yeah.
So, congratulations, DT. Enjoy the Walton Penner. They great. I mean, I went back. I'm trying to think. When did I go back? About 4 years, about 4 or 5. 2019. Ain't that when I went back? I think I went back in 2019. That was the last time I was back, right?
Yeah, that's when
Mr. Bolden. Yeah, but I'm saying I went to a game. I'm trying to think when I went to a game.
you did. Well, only that was before COVID.
Yeah. So 2019. Yeah. And they were great. They were great. I got an opportunity to talk to Rob. I got an opportunity to talk to Greg, and to hear us talk at what being a Bronco meant and the approach, the mindset that we had about going and getting things done. So I wish them all the best. They're great. Ocho, Cam Skattebo's father, Leo Skattebo III, showcased a new tattoo in honor of his son's team. Take a look at this, Ocho. I sure hope he played like 14 years there.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Even if he doesn't play 14, like what it represents and remembering what it was like when he got there is dope. And you understand Skattebo and goddamn Jackson Dart Unc have flipped that team upside down. They made it
Watch what we do to him tomorrow.
Listen, hey, not for the New York fan base, not just the New York fan base. Hell, Unc, not me, my crazy ass. I'm looking at the schedule. Okay, when are the Giants playing? Because I want to see. They're entertainment.
Watch them tomorrow.
They're entertainment. Oh, they finna beat y'all.
Rise up.
They finna beat y'all. Hey, one thing about it. One thing about it. Please, when you be ready, I don't want to hear you say foot or ball if y'all lose tomorrow. I don't want to hear it.
Ocho, stop, man. Ocho, when did you become this hater of the Bronco country?
I'm not hating. Hey, listen, I love the Broncos. I love some of their players. I even love their fans. They've always been good to me. I'm just saying this is between me and you.
First of all, our fans have been good to you because I know you ain't never came to no Bronco Stadium and walked out there with a victory. That ain't happened. You.
I ain't been out there. I ain't been out there much. But I know one thing. Anytime I played y'all, I did give you a salute.
Hey, did you come to Denver?
Yeah, I played. Lynch was at safety, and
well, I already know y'all caught an L then.
I listen. It's a team game, but individually,
yes. Just say yes. Just make a long story short. Just say yes.
I just had to let you know.
I mean, I lost one time to the Bengals. I lost one time in 2001. And y'all beat us. I think y'all beat us by a touchdown, and we had 7 turnovers, and y'all can only beat us by a touchdown with 7 turnovers.
Okay. Hey,
but we used to drop. Well, we used to beat the brakes off y'all, Ocho.
Whenever I played the Broncos, I was the one riding that horse. I was riding the Bronco every time.
I got me a bunch of tubs against y'all. I stayed in the end zone. That was Airbnb for me. I ordered that before DoorDash. I done ordered DoorDash and Uber Eats back then, much as I stayed in the end zone. They say, well, my rival say the rival time was in 15 minutes. Y'all have the ball. I'm like, all right, it's time for me to go. We get on offense. Man, my package should be dropped off pretty soon. Let me get in this end zone right quick so I can be at the door to get my package.
That's because I wasn't playing.
Maybe we'd have beat it. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter. All right, guys, it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q and A. Kemper Norwood Jr. said, Ocho, love your Kentucky jersey. Let's go Kentucky. Kemper, it's over. They ain't going nowhere. Anthony Lipscomb, roll tide, light it up, Chad. Bria Carter said, can someone tell me what happened to Ryan Williams? He played good tonight. I thought tonight was one of his better games.
Yeah, he was good tonight.
He had 5 or 6 catches. I'm talking about big time catches. No drops, drew a pass interference. I thought tonight was one of his better games, and I've watched all of Alabama's games. I thought he played really, really well tonight.
Yeah.
Kristen Field says, will you stop playing, hating, criticizing? We won the 3rd game in October, and we have 4 ranked games. Who you talking?
He must be talking about Texas, huh?
Yeah. Damn,
You got to be
just
talking
give
about
us our
Texas.
props and light it up. You got like Ocho and Johnny. We'll run the Aggies pockets next. I guess you're talking about Texas. I'm assuming you're talking about Texas. You do realize you was ranked #1 to start the season. And there was a period in which you weren't ranked at all. In a matter of 3 weeks, you went from ranked #1 to being unranked.
Where they at now? 20-something?
They're 21st.
They just put him back in there.
Michael Matthews said UK will lose 3 more: Tennessee, Vandy, and Auburn. Hell, they might lose to Louisville.
You gonna bet Louisville good?
Yeah,
Huh?
duh.
Louisville good.
LSU. Christian, jump back in there and let us know who you're talking about. We have 4 ranked game wins in a row. I guess they talk about Alabama.
Yeah, that can't be Texas.
Okay.
I'm ready for
JJ
tomorrow,
Carver said
bro.
it can't always be the coach. You're right. I'm big
That's
on
a real
responsibility. I'm big on delegating responsibility and culpability. But I knew James Franklin losing back-to-back games when you're favored by 20+ points.
That's on the coach, huh?
You ain't got your team ready to play.
Bingo. I like that.
You got to have them guys ready to play.
Let me look at the schedule for tomorrow, man.
Ouch.
Hey, we got a London game tomorrow or no?
Yeah.
No, tomorrow morning?
Somebody just left for London. The Rams. The Rams left. They just got there today.
Oh, the Rams play Jacksonville because Puka's out. Puka's out this game.
Tyron said, "What did the loss to Louisville say about Miami?" Louisville. People say Louisville. It's Louisville. Look, if you don't play your best, you get beat. You're not listen, I don't believe there's no team in the nation right now that plays college football can turn the football over 4 times against a decent team and win.
That's impossible. It's impossible. There's no way to overcome that unless you a high power octane offense. I'm talking about you every time you get the ball. You know, if you have 8 possessions, you scoring 7 out of 8. That ain't the makeup of some of these teams.
And here's the thing. You got to have a really good defense because it's not like you always going to turn the ball over in plus territory. You're going to turn the ball over probably with that many in negative territory. And you got to hope your defense can hold them to a field goal or keep them out of, or don't give them any points.
Right.
Sebastian, BKC must be hot. 5-10 against ranked opponents. Ain't it? I can't believe we signed a 10-year deal. Exactly. That's the same thing. He's 5-10 against ranked I guess ranked opponents. What, he beat Alabama like his first year or something and then ain't been the same since. 5-10, that'll get you beat. You got if you are, first of all, they're paying you top dollar. He's got to be making like $10 million a year. So at that price tag, Ocho, nah. Now, if you 10-5, I can live with that. You can't be this. You make too much. You make the big bucks. Kim Chillin says, if you had to choose, what's tougher under pressure? A kicker trying to hit a game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl with 1 second, or an NBA player at the line for a free throw and to win the NBA Finals? The kicker.
Oof. Kicker, of course.
Because ain't nobody trying to block that.
Yeah, kicker.
Hey,
yeah.
And if you outside the elements, what if it's raining? What if it's windy? Worse. What if it's snowing? No, I think it's much on the kicker.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dr. Frankie L.
As a
Bellamy
kicker,
said, "Father of Jacob, Isaiah, and Abraham, please let my Cowboys win tomorrow." No.
wait a minute. Who the Cowboys playing on?
Washington.
Man, listen, George Pickens finna go crazy out there, man.
Nah, they better have what you call him. Ain't Jair? No, Lattimore. Lattimore is there.
I like Lattimore, but CD Lamb, I mean
CD back
CD
too.
come back this game. Oh, ooh, that's almost unfair, huh? Dude, the goddamn Cowboys are full strength, and the damn Commanders handicapped on
You
offense.
said next man up.
Oh yeah, I did say next man up, and I said Jaden Daniels was good enough to overcome the starters not being in there.
Brendan Sanford said, "How far do you think Denver can go with Bo as a QB, Sean Payton as the coach?"
I like-
Bo will have to get a little bit more consistent. There'll be a stretch
Yeah.
that he looks very impressive. I'm talking about exquisite play. And then there are other times I'm thinking like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Now, a part of me wants to think that Sean Payton called the game like he did last week because he's like, the Jets can't beat us offensively. If we don't turn it over, give them short fields, they can't beat us. So
he didn't put the ball. The play calls didn't put the quarterback decision making in harm's way, which is why it was a low scoring game.
But with that being said, I trust Sean Payton more than I trust Bo Nix. Let's put it like that. BJ Halstead said, "What's up, y'all? Come to the Muck Bowl and watch Glade Central and Pahokee. Ocho, if you beat me rabbit hunting, I'll pay your 5,900 tab. Cause you you move like grits." Glade Central, Pahokee. What you call them with the Pahokee?
Hey, that's a good game,
Yeah.
that boy.
Ricky Jack. Ricky Jack with the Pahokee.
Yeah, that's a good.
We had a couple of guys at Glade Central. I think he went with the Belglade High. But we had a couple of guys at Savannah State that went to they're down from that area, played in the Muck Bowl. I think from down there too. Ain't Quan from down that area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
David Jones, Sheila E., Janet Jackson, Paul Abdul, 80 pop star edition. Which one you start? Bench.
Start bench cut.
Janet Jackson definitely got to start. For me, I'm taking Sheila E. and then Paul Abdul.
Damn, you done cut Paula? That's tough.
Man, anything that Prince touched, Sheila E. was Prince protege.
You're right. You're right. I mean, I can't disagree
Hey, come
with
on
that.
now. Which one of them starting over Janet? What we doing here now?
Hey, let's not forget about Paul Abdul.
Ain't
Let's
neither
not
one of
forget
them
about
starting over Janet. Stop it, Ocho.
I didn't say starting. I'm just saying let's not forget about it. That's what makes that star cut bench so difficult. Now you talk about three. You talk about three individuals with some goddamn classics. Now.
I'm going. Janet is starting.
I got you. Listen, I'm with you when you're right.
So you gonna put? So you gonna cut Sheila E?
Nah. He asked you. Hey, don't put me in that one. That's a hard one. No.
Timothy Humphrey said, "Will we ever see another Bo or Dion?" I doubt it. Hell, you talking about Bo or Dion? We ain't gonna never see another Shohei Ohtani. Hell, what the hell? Did you see what he did last night? I was reading stats. There have been, in the postseason game, there have been 1,550 pitchers that have struck out 10 and allowed fewer than two hits, 2 runs, or something like that. There have been 503 players to strike out, to hit 3 home runs. He did it in the same game.
Yeah. Hey, quiet as kept too, Unc. I mean, you might not believe me. The chat might not believe me, but I had a game similar to this when I was in high school.
First of all, you scared of the baseball. So, you.
Ooh, what you mean? What you mean I'm scared of the
Man, they
baseball?
throw that ball, Ocho, that ball start dancing. Hey, you go run in the dugout, they throw that curve ball.
Hey, one thing about it, once I put them feet in the dirt and I make eye contact with that pitcher,
And that man throw that
I
ball
ain't going
90
nowhere.
miles an hour up under your chin.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna start a
I'm like,
brawl.
why is he gonna start a brawl?
You just say he threw it
I
at
said
my
he gonna throw it
chin.
up under your chin. He gonna back your ass up off the plate. What you think Bob Gibson?
Oh
What
yeah,
you think Roger Clemens? What you think Nolan Ryan did? What you think Pedro did?
yeah.
They're not gonna let you crowd the plate.
No, listen, hey, they're not gonna take away my technique in the way I
Okay.
come to the
Well,
plate.
you better have a big have that big that guard on, that big elbow guard like Barry Bonds.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have it on there.
Daddy Winsky, Ocho, this is year 4. You to spend money on things you don't normally do, like private jets. So book a private jet straight to Unc and pay that man 5,900. Yeah, I like that one. I did do that, Ocho.
Huh?
All right. Before we go, it's time to play Fade, presented by Prize Pick. Hopefully the animation works tonight. Oh. Y'all on some bull jive graphics. Here's their pick 5 flex player ahead of tomorrow's slate. Luther Burton, more than 2 receptions versus New Orleans.
Ooh, and hey, that's a good one,
2,
huh?
he can get 2. I'm going 2. I'm going, he gonna get 3. Rashid Shaheed, more than 3.5.
Oh hell yeah.
Let's go to Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton ain't having no 3.5, no 7.5 catches. No,
No,
under, less.
especially
Rico Dowdle,
yeah.
more than 79.5 rushing yards and receiving yards. Oh, so together. Yeah. Tyquan Thornton is not having 7.5 receptions.
No, not with
Oh, you
Rashid,
said
not with no
yards.
Rashid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he gonna have more than
No,
7.5 yards. Yeah, for sure. More. Rico Dowdle, 75 yards. 70. He needs to have 80 yards, Ocho, rushing and
yeah.
receiving combined versus the
Who
Jets.
uh who who uh who
The
Carolina
Jets.
playing? Oh yeah, yeah, he got
Where they
that.
playing at? In New York?
See, they could have been playing on the moon. He still finna have that.
In New York.
But Chuba Hubbard is coming back, Ocho.
But he back
Yeah.
already? If he back, I don't think he's going right back in the
I ain't
starting
saying,
lineup,
but that
especially if
means
he
he gonna get
hurt.
some carries.
He carries, yeah, and take away from here we go. Damn.
I'm going less. Josh Jacobs, more than 92.5 rushing yards and receiving yards versus Arizona.
Josh Jacobs, Green Bay.
I'm going to go more. Josh, don't let me down.
So then you're changing his last one.
Less on Rico. Rashid Shaheed, 3.5 receptions. Is he going to have 4 receptions tomorrow? I'm going to say more. I'm going to say he's
Yeah,
going to have
of
4 receptions.
course. He's the number one. Well, hey, he might be the number one, number two. He might be the number one. Shoot, I don't know what you want to call that.
Yeah. $25 to win $250. Download the app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's good to be right. Oh, she's talking about Bama. Kristen Fields was talking about Bama. F Texas Horns, always down.
Mhm.
Chris, I'm looking at the future. See? You see now you're gonna be upset. Because see what you're doing? You're accepting in a win what you wouldn't in a loss. Tim's Bad said, Walker to him plays his old team. Who you got?
Who plays who?
Wentz. The Vikings play the Eagles tomorrow.
Oh,
That's gonna be a good one.
yeah. That's gonna be
Well,
interesting.
hey, he gonna want revenge.
Boy, them goddamn Vikings stopped that run.
Yeah.
And Flores get a chance to add that pressure. It can get ugly real quick.
That would take the Eagles.
What?
I'm gonna take the Eagles over the Vikings. Who you got?
I ain't got nobody there. That's a game I just want to enjoy, huh? I ain't really got nobody. My team won Thursday night. My team won in the Dolphins.
What about your Dolphins?
Who we playing?
It's an L. Even if you're on the bye.
Who we playing?
Valandez said, Roll Tide just had a birthday, Unc, and recently out of the hospital. May I get a birthday shout out? Absolutely. Happy birthday. And the Roll Tide won tonight and gave you a great birthday gift. So congratulations on the win. Hey, bro, get healthy. I'm glad you're out of the hospital. And thank you for watching Nightcap. Jason Zeldorf, my Giants are coming. Dart is him. We putting foots to you know where. No, Jason, y'all going down. You're going down. And the Guppies, Ocho, ain't no telling when the Guppies going to win again.
Who that?
The Dolphins.
Why you call them the Guppies?
Because they not no dolphin. They're Guppies.
All right. So
which means they feed a fish.
Who we playing tomorrow?
We
got the 1 o'clock game too, right? I think we play the Raiders. No. The Raiders play Kansas City.
Raiders play Kansas City.
Yeah.
Y'all play the Browns. What you gonna have me about 3 sacks tomorrow? Myles Garrett.
That damn defense. They defense so good, man.
Myles Garrett will have about 3 sacks tomorrow.
I'm gonna see what Dylan Graber will do.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, and that is my partner and co-host. He's Liberty City's own Bengals Ring of Fame honoree, former Pro Bowler, All-Pro. He's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button. And do us a favor, go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for your support and your continued support. Thanks to you, you make all this possible. We could not have done it without your support. So hopefully you'll continue to give us your support. Make sure you check out my Shea by La Portier. It's a premium BSOP cognac. The best tasting premium BSOP cognac we believe that's on the market. Try it for yourself. Compare it. I guarantee you'll find out what we know to be true. It's the best tasting premium BSOP cognac on the market. Just head over to LaPortierCognac.com to grab your bottle if you cannot find it in a city or state near you. Go follow my media company on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. That link is pinned in the chat. We want to thank our very special college analyst, Johnny Manziel, for joining us. Make sure you go subscribe to Johnny's podcast on and his YouTube channel, Glory Days, featuring Johnny Manziel. Alabama beats Tennessee by the score of 37-20. Texas A&M beat Arkansas 45-42. And Vanderbilt beat LSU 31-24. And the Georgia Bulldogs took Texas beat Kentucky in overtime 16-13. And Georgia beat Ole Miss 43-35. That concludes this episode of Nightcap. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll see you tomorrow night after Sunday Night Football.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us. Unc and Ocho are out.